Hey guys, Salty here with my first ever Starcraft 2 cast. This is going to be a typical 1 vs 1 match. I'm playing Terran up here in the top, and down here we have Inevitable as Protoss. Now this is a very standard game, and it is Copper League. I am new to Starcraft, so if you're a veteran, you're probably not going to learn anything new here, but I'm just here for my friends and hopefully teach you guys some quick little tips about Starcraft 2 so you're ready when it comes out. Now, the first thing to know about StarCraft is the name of the game is Adapt. So you want to be able to get a scout out here early and hopefully see what they're making and adapt to it as best you can, because you want to be able to counter as swiftly as possible. Now, I have this SCV queued up to hit these 4 different locations in order to find out where the enemy is. I don't currently know, but sooner or later he's going to run up to this Protoss base, and you can see the Protoss here using Chrono Boost. It's one of the new abilities on the Nexus. It will double the production speed on any given building at one time, and so he's just pumping out tons and tons of little probes here. Meanwhile, I'm going to be dropping down a supply depot and a barracks right now. And another real common thing you'll see in games like this is these ramps right here on these little maps, and that's actually going to be pretty common stuff. What you'll see is Terrans will put a lot of buildings right here in order to wall it off and protect themselves from an early game rush. Right now you can see there's a big space in the middle. We'll fix that eventually. When you're playing a Zerg player, even a little tiny empty space like this, sometimes Zerglings will be able to actually sneak by that. So walling off right there, and I finally scouted this out. I'm going to stick this SCV on the gateway right here, just smack a little, try and throw him off his game. Apparently it's working because he's got 1, 2, and looks like, yeah, 3 probes just sitting there not doing anything, and he pulls 1 probe off the line, so he's got 4 probes not doing anything down here while my SCV is just kind of poking these guys and messing him, and finally sticking his probes back on the mineral line. I have a second barracks going down. I have that second supply depot, so this is really well walled off, especially if you're going against a Protoss player. Probably nothing going to be able to get by that. And I do stick my SCV on this Zelnaga watchtower instead of moving him all the way back. He's going to be able to have this huge line of sight because he's standing next to that tower. I was really afraid that this guy was going to rush me early on with Zealots, but apparently he holds back, and so having this huge area of sight really going to help me defend and counter anything I see coming. This barracks pumped out 1 Marine, a second one on the way. They're just going to stand back here as static defense. Like I said, I was really afraid this guy was going to rush me. They'd be able to snipe him from on top of the hill, basically. And now putting down 2 tech labs. We'll see how that plays out at the end. We got a refinery right here. I think we're going to see another one go down pretty soon here. And one thing to know, gas in StarCraft 2 is a lot more valuable and takes a lot more time to harvest. So you'll feel gas starved throughout the entire game usually. Yep, that second refinery going down right there. These 2 tech labs finished up, and I have 1 Reaper coming out, and I think we're going to have a second one pretty soon here. Now, there are new units in StarCraft 2. Big surprise. 2 of them for the barracks is going to be the Marauder. It's a real heavy infantry. It's basically your Uber Marine, a little bit slower. Throws grenades. And the other one, what I'm making right here, is the Reaper. He's got a jetpack, and he can actually jump up and down these cliff sides right here. So very fast, very effective, great for harassing enemies, just because they're so mobile. You can get behind the base, you can jump up where they least expect it and get right into their mineral line and start taking people out. Second Reaper on the way. Nothing too different here. The command center I actually upgraded into what's called an orbital command. It's going to be able to drop these things called mules. It's this unit right here. They're basically Uber SCVs. It can also increase the supply on one of your supply depots and drop a scan to see invisible units. That's very helpful when you're dealing with things like Dark Templars near late game. Now I'm going to try and go in here and harass, but he does have 3 Zealots and a Stalker out. Not going to be able to get in there quite yet. I'm going to pull them off, set them up on this cliff here. I can see if anything's going by down here. They can't see me. Now, if you don't have any units up here and you have no flying units nearby, they can't see up on this cliff at all. I could be standing right near the edge, and they could be just all huddled up right here next to the cliff wall. There's no way for them to see me up there. And I have switched in my main from Reapers to Marauders. I have 4 Marauders out right now, and those 2 Marines still. Putting down another supply depot, so hopefully I can get this block off of here. I actually am maxed out of supplies, so I have 1 barracks doing nothing at all. And 3rd barracks being created. I do pull these Reapers back in here, end up killing 3 probes, almost 4, but these guys I do see them in time, and I do react accordingly. I get them off that cliff as quickly as I can, and I just stick them right back up on top of this cliff where they can't see me. So they have no idea where I'm coming from next, and I do finally start to move these guys out. Still got 3 Marauders on the way right behind them, and I think pretty soon here I'm going to move these guys down. He does have a robotics facility with an immortal. That could be a huge mistake for me, not being able to see that and not enacting it quickly enough, because they do a lot of damage. He has an observer right here, just barely misses seeing these Reapers right here, and he's going to fly up north. Now while that's going on, I'm going to pull these Reapers into his base, just trying to kite these guys away from the ramp, because I do have my Marauders coming up pretty quickly here. I am doing a really good job of pulling these guys away, just getting them as far away as I possibly can, moving it all the way back to the corner here. Nowhere for him to know. He's gonna die, but I have successfully moved them way back to that corner, and I do move up, killing 1 Stalker, getting all these units up here past that chokehold, which is so important that you move by, and taking out another Stalker. I do have concussive shell research, so it's going to slow these zealots down. There's no way they can hit me in time, and just picking them off one by one. All the zealots going down, and he's just left with 2 Stalkers. He does have the Immortal up here, but I guess he didn't see it hiding behind that Cybernetics core, so he's not going to be able to use that Immortal, and he does call a good game. So hopefully you guys like that. If you do, leave some comments or suggestions. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. If I get enough people that actually enjoy this and watch these things, I will make more. I promise you, they're a lot of fun to watch, and they're a lot of fun to show other people. Thanks, guys.